You are about to enter a zone like no other. A zone which is uncensored and unfiltered. Starring Noel Glynn with Cheryl Glynn. Also starring Teddy the Terrier. You are watching the official Tardis zone. Prepare yourselves. This will be a trip of a lifetime.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Tardis Zone live. You're probably all wondering why I am live right now. I will be live later on. This is only literally a 20-30 minute stream. I just want to talk about a few things that have been happening in the fandom lately. Okay. Right. How do I do this? Right. Ever since the episode Sunday, there's been a shift in the fandom. Now, what I've noticed is there's a lot of nasty, vile tweets from so-called fans of this show. Now, not only have some of them said, start saying about canon, right? I just want to say something, right? There's a lot of fans out there that are actually talking about canon and trying to dismiss it and say, well, for all showrunners have come in and did their own sort of thing, right? That is true. We know that. But the thing about it is none of them really messed around with Time Lord canon that much, right? Especially the Doctor, okay? And we've got someone that is messing with the Doctor's canon. Now, if you're okay with that, then I believe personally you're a sellout, okay? Because the show has a rich history. The main character has always been a man, okay? For starters, all right? It's always been a man, and it has been successful for that long because of that fact, right? As soon as they cast Jodie Whittaker, we've all seen what's happened. Ratings have went down on both series, right? Now, the J-bots and all these shills that support this show can say whatever the hell they want, and they can twist all the facts all they want. The bottom line is this show is a failure, right? But the thing that annoys me the most is all of a sudden, because they got another female Doctor, right? All of a sudden they think they've won something and there's some sort of victory, right? Now, I don't know what kind of victory you are talking about. If you're talking about the fact that you have helped destroy a show, then yes, you're right. That is a victory. Well done. You can give yourselves a nice pat on the back. But you guys, along with Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker, are responsible for this mess because this is what I keep hearing, right? I keep hearing YouTubers like the Tardis Zone, ball-stricken, erratic, just do hate videos all the time, and they're not being true to themselves, and they're not telling the truth about this era, right? Here's the thing. If you like shy, fair enough. You like shy. But I know from myself, I can't talk for the other two, but I have a pretty good idea that the other two are like me. We like high-quality entertainment. We don't like lowbrow entertainment. And that's what we're getting with Doctor Who right now. Okay? Now, there's a couple of YouTubers. Hi, Matrix Lord 212. Nice to have you in the chat, mate, and everybody else that's joined me. Matrix Lord 212 is dealing with his own stuff, right? Now, he probably won't want me to mention the YouTuber that he's having problems with. He knows me. I don't really give a crap, to be honest, but I don't want to get him into any more trouble. But he's having his own problems with a certain YouTuber out there that apparently has a dossier or a file on people that he doesn't like, right? Now, what I have noticed is, right, in the thread where he's actually having a go at Matrix Lord, I decided to pop in because I've had a run-in with this YouTuber too. Oh, he said I can, right. Well, this was the whole point of this stream anyway. I've got to show you, actually, I've got some stuff to show you as well, right? And this is the kind of behavior that's going on from the side that likes Jodie Whittaker's era, right? And these are fans, right? And you'll see by looking at them. These fans, right, have only been watching the show since the 2000s, right? Could have been 2005 or a little bit later when they came to the show. It doesn't matter. And these are the people that are representing the fandom right now on Twitter and doing all little side projects and all this, right? And one of them, you'll see a tweet from someone that I'll put up. That's actually quite shocking. But it just goes to show you, for them, canon means absolutely nothing, right? As far as they're concerned, right? And by the way, the new thing is as well, you all seem to have a problem with diversity and inclusion. No, we don't. We actually don't. See, what we have a problem with is, we've tried to explain this to you knobheads for ages, right? If this happened 10 years ago, we wouldn't be questioning any of this, right? But because of the inclusion strategy, diversity agenda thing that the BBC have, right? That's why we question it. Because if you look at the show in the last 2 years, especially these last 2 seasons, you can see that there's an agenda going on. Now, that's not us being racist, being sexist, or bigots. We see what we see on the screen, right? We've no problem with that either. The problem is that these characters are not used properly and are not being represented properly, right? And then what happens then is whatever political message Chris Chibnall wants to flog that week, right? Then it totally takes away from the story. So you haven't got a clue. You haven't been watching the show as long as me and others that have been watching it from the beginning. And to tell us that we should basically, go away, this is not our show, and make all these type of nonsense, stupid tweets that you put out all the time. And I've seen a lot of this, you get what you deserve, right? Because you have went around for 2 years hating on this show. So you don't deserve a good show. And I says, you're absolutely right. You will probably see it. I have it in the community post. You're absolutely right. We don't deserve, I said, but we're not getting a good show. That's the problem. That's why we hate on it. Because we're not getting a good show. If it was good, we wouldn't be hating on it. Right? We have different standards, right? Obviously, you's growing up in that time. Now, I will say this, right? There's a lot of fans of that age group that are the nicest people in the fandom. And actually, they don't argue with us. They have their points of view and we have our points of view. But there's a small minority, like there's a small minority on the other side, which I will be talking about as well, right? That just have, no matter what you say, they're out for blood. Now, as I said, Matrix Lord's gone through his own little stuff. With a YouTuber that I had a run-in with last year, Dr. Freedom. Now, this guy is one of the rudest people in the fandom, right? And he's getting away with it. And he's been getting away with it for a long time now, right? Now, if you remember the incident in Cardiff, do you remember when the chaos in Cardiff? And there was YouTubers out there adamant that this didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, apparently, we got this person that wrote a letter or something to the BBC, right? And they got a reply. Now, that was reported on Dr. Freedom's channel. Now, all I will say is this, is that since I've been getting source information, right? The usual route is you ring Cardiff, right? You don't get written responses anymore off BBC. It's very rare, right? So the fact that even at the time I questioned it, there's no way that they would have, right? There's no way in hell, because the BBC and the Radio Times had already come out with that articles. There's no way they'd reply to someone, because they don't listen to the fans. So not for 1 second do I believe that happened. Now, whether Dr. Freedom was misled in some way or not, I'm not saying anything. All I'm just saying is it's highly suspicious to me. And now this Dr. Freedom has gone around, he's having a go at Matrix Lord because apparently Matrix Lord sold himself to the devil, sold his soul for subs. Here's the thing, Dr. Freedom. If you actually check Matrix Lord's sub count, you will find that it was at a certain amount for a very long time. And I think Matrix Lord will admit this himself. I think he's gained over 200-300 subscribers, right? That's not because he sold his soul, right? It's because people actually like the content that he's putting out there, and he has panels and he puts a lot of hard work into his channel. I've also noticed as well that these people actually slag YouTubers like me, right? And say that we're not proper YouTubers. We're just talking about the negative all the time. We're just doing it for subs. Listen, as I said, if this show was good, right, and when Spyfall, the first episode, came out, we gave it a positive review on this channel, right? So don't be accusing us of not being true. The problem is, right, the difference is, I should say, is that we know quality entertainment, right? Because we've been around longer. Most of us grew up with the golden age of TV, okay? So our standards are a bit higher than your standards, okay? Now, if you like shit, that's fine. Like it all you want, okay? But you have no right? Whether you're a YouTuber or you're on Twitter, you have no right to go on. If you don't like someone's comment on Twitter or YouTube, or you don't like their channel or their content, well, get the fuck off. Get away. Simple as that. Ignore it. You don't even have to be coming onto these channels, but you do. You come onto the channels because you want to store shit up, because as far as you're concerned, this is the greatest thing in the world, right? Well, to us, it's not, right? We don't like substandard entertainment. And Doctor Who is not entertaining us. It's boring us. It's actually depressing some fans. And it's actually broke some fans' hearts this year, right? I am not going to conform to the way you guys think. I'm not going to conform to the way you want entertainment, all right? The simple fact of the matter is this. If Doctor Who continues to go the way it is, right, you can scream and shout at us all you want. There's not enough of you to keep this show going on your own. So, as I keep saying, you can keep throwing abuse at us, right? And you can keep, like, calling us out and saying we're this, that, and the other. And by the way, every time that you do, our channels do actually grow. You're actually helping our channels to grow because people can see through you our bullshit. Yes, he did enter I seen the whole conversation. And he has tried to turn your subscribers against you. But I'll tell everybody knows you here. Everybody sees you on YouTube. You've nothing to worry about. Right? He's the most arrogant, egotistical piece of crap I've ever seen. I watched one of his videos one time, and it was the most uncomfortable thing ever watching one of his videos. He just comes across, he talks, do you know what? He just want to keep his mouth to himself, right? You like the show Dr. Freedom, fine, right? There's YouTubers out there that actually don't, right? But don't be going around and accusing people of selling their souls when he didn't, by the way. All right. He's actually, do you know what? Last year, he was kind of positive about Series 11, if I remember correctly. Series 12, he's been the same. He's been balanced in his reviews. He didn't like some episodes, right? For example, though, he liked Orphan 55. I bloody hated the thing. You didn't see me going onto his YouTube channel or tweeting him and saying, Jesus Christ, man, how could you like that pile of crap? You know what I mean? He has his own opinions, he has his own mind, and he can think whatever which way he wants to think. And you can't be going around thinking that you're some sort of savior for this show, because you're not. It's gone down the pan, and you know it deep down. And you know what? If there's anybody selling their soul here, it's you. And Ballstreck has his problems. I'm getting it as well. I actually have a couple of people from the Not My Doctor side actually turn against me now because I won't sign the petition. And the reason why I won't sign the petition is because of this, right? Right. So we've talked about that side. I still have tweets to show you, but there is something I do want to say. The other side, right? The Not My Doctor side. right? That hashtag. Now, over the past couple of weeks since this show has been on, that side has come out and slagged Sasha because of his race. Okay? Now, they've done the same with Ruth, right? The new character, the new doctor, if you want to call it that, or the imposter doctor, whatever you want to call her, right? They slagged her because of her skin color. Now, this crowd has been accused of sexist, racist behavior before. Now, like most of us at the start, we use that hashtag, right? And then we start finding out about it, and then we came up. Obviously, there was we were thinking of ideas to come up with a hashtag, and then it was decided that people would start using hashtag not my Doctor Who. Now, I have no problem if anybody wants to use that hashtag not my Doctor Who. The problem I have with it is this, right? And this has nothing got to do with the YouTube channel or the Twitter account that's on Twitter. They're completely different, by the way. I just want to point that out. I'm not having a go at the people behind that channel or the Twitter account. This is completely different, right? The reason why I won't use the hashtag not my Doctor Who hashtag anymore is because it's similar to not my doctor, right? Now, the problem is that the not my doctor side has gotten a reputation for being sexist, bigot, and all. Now, what's happened is especially the last couple of weeks, the other side of the fandom has turned against us all because of these people, right? So I refuse to use that hashtag any further. I refuse to have anything to do with that side of the fandom, right? Because of the racist, sexist behavior. Now, people will say, oh, well, you know, you've no moral high ground there because of the video. And I will bring that up. I did do a Jodie Whittaker video. I received the photo and I put it up. As I said, it was edited, but it wasn't the version that I wanted to put up. I did apologize for that and everybody got on with it, right? But since then, here's the problem I have now, right? This has gone way beyond gender. It's gone way beyond diversity and inclusion, right? This is about canon now, right? About nothing else but canon, because this is the final nail in the coffin, right? At this stage, I don't care about Jodie Whittaker or Ruth. I don't care about the diversity in the show. The thing I'm worried about right now is canon, right? And that's all that matters to me. So some people had a problem because I won't support a petition, right? And the reason why I won't support the petition is because, number one, it's a waste of time, right? Because there was loads of petitions made during Series 11, and I'd be very curious to see how many of them were actually signed or how many of them actually reached their target. And I actually guarantee you, not one of them has reached their target. And I'll tell you why. Because this side of the fandom didn't do enough, right? So we're in this position because we didn't do enough and we let those other people keep talking. And that's what happened last year. But they do have to louder voices, I suppose. And, you know, but there is more of us. So I can't, you know what I mean? Petitions are not going to work now. We're going way beyond petitions now, right? There has to be a new strategy, right? And I'm not telling anybody that they can't use the hashtag not my Doctor Who. If you want to keep using the hashtag not my Doctor Who, you can use the hashtag not my Doctor Who. But the hashtag I'm using is scrolling down below the screen there, and that's the hashtag I'm going to be using. Right? But these people have caused an awful lot of damage, just like the J-bots, right? Because these people have left us all open to be attacked. Because anytime anybody has negative to say about Series 11 or 12, we are automatically branded sexist and racist because of those people, right? So I've explained that, but I want to show you these these tweets now before I go. I will be on later on. I'll try have a panel. But all I just want to say is that these people that have seen it necessary to come out and attack this side of the fandom and say that we're getting what we deserve, what Chris Chibnall is doing, we're glad that he's doing it. See, it's even the vindictive nature of them, right? You know, the fact that they're delighted that this is happening because they want to stick two fingers up to us just goes to show you that they're actually not fans of this show at all. And again, I will say all of that age group is not like that. It's a small minority of them, but the problem is they just have positions of where people listen to them. They're in not power as such, but they're in privileged positions where they can get their ideology and their points of view across, and they're never questioned. They're never questioned. Oh, by the way, this next person that I'm gonna show you actually deleted this tweet. But Doctor Who fans are great, and a screenshot is an amazing invention. You know, I don't know why half of these clowns even bother texting when they know they shouldn't be texting something, and they know a Doctor Who fan is gonna actually, you know, screenshot it. So I'll show you what this idiot wrote. While Manny sorts Ted out. Give him his ball. It's no problem. Give him his ball, so. Right. So there you go. This is the kind of stuff. Now this guy is on YouTube. He does he do reconstruction videos or something that talks about reconstruction videos or something like that. I don't know what his connection is with the BBC, if he has any, but he is very prevalent within Twitter. He's always slagging fans off. And this is what he had to say about Canon. Canon can go and effing die. So, as you can see by his photo there, he's roughly in his late 20s. I say mid-20s, late 20s. So he's only watching the show since the late 2000s. You know, this is a guy that was embraced in our fandom, was accepted into the fandom, like many new Whovians are, and then he gets, you know, he's obviously a talented guy. I'm not gonna say he's not, even though he says I'm a talentless hack. That's fair enough. This is not my forte. Obviously, this is your forte, and you do what you do. I have watched one of your videos. I will say what you do is actually impressive, but when you go and say stuff like this, you don't deserve to be in this fandom. You're an absolute disgrace of a human being. You clearly don't understand the show if you think Canon can go and effing die. And for all you idiots that keep talking about Canon and Canon has changed this, that, you know, as I keep saying, this is about the Doctor's canon, right? We don't give a crap about the rest of it, right? Because writers always come in, but this is different. This is the main character. That's what someone said. He loves the Fourth Doctor. Yeah, someone did say that this is our character, but I don't care. I don't care if it's out of character. You don't go and say nasty stuff like that, right? Now, this one's my favorite. Actually, I don't know why I went into that. Hold on. Where is it? No. What are you doing? Yeah, this is my favorite. Can you all see that? Right, you all know this guy. He's a big YouTuber. He's also on Twitter. And again, by looking at him, you can see he's obviously in his mid to late 20s. So this is a guy, again, that, you know, came late into the fandom. Obviously, like the other idiot, was welcome into this fandom. Obviously, you know, his love of Doctor Who and what he does. You know, his early stuff, very good. Obviously, since this era has come up, you know, I don't know whether he's been, yeah, he sounds like a BBC shill to me. So there you go. I'll just read it. In a way, I'm glad you specifically talking about that corner of the fandom hate the current run of the show because it's what you deserve. You don't deserve a show that makes you happy. You chose misery, and misery is what you deserve. And this is the kind of vindictive nature, and this is the kind of stuff we're seeing all over Twitter and all over Facebook. And unfortunately, this has got to do with the Not My Doctor side, because they have been so racist and sexist. This is the type of stuff that we're getting. And it doesn't matter. They don't care whether you're not, right? The fact that you have something bad to say about this era, you're automatically tarred with the same brush. So to all you idiots, right, use two gobshites that I just showed there, right? Because you've put up other tweets as well about the racist and homophobic and transphobic crap that's going on in the fandom. That's a small minority of fans. Just like you're a small minority of fans that obviously have the loudest voice right now, and the Doctor is pandering. Well, BBC is pandering to you, small minority of fans, right? The racist, sexist, and bigot fans out there, we are just as disgusted as you, right? But do not paint us all with the same bloody paintbrush, because we're not all the same, right? The reason why fans like me have a problem right now with the show is because this is nothing like what we believe Doctor Who to be. And also, in this series especially, you're messing with stuff that you shouldn't be messing with, right? Yous will never understand that because you didn't grow up with the show like we did, right? You might have grew up with the new era, but you didn't grow up with the whole show. We grew up with classic era and the new era. And the new era, yes, has always been something completely different to the classic era. But the good thing about RTD was he was able to strike the balance right. Chibnall hasn't. He's pandered to all you idiots, and that's why the show has gone down the drain. But how dare you all? Seriously, how dare every single one of you that have a go at people that are genuinely heartbroken how this show has gone, right? And yous are tarring them with the same brush because there's a few on the other side that we're disgusted by as well, by the way, that are racist, sexist, homophobes, transphobic, whatever label you put on them. We agree because we see it ourselves. And we have nothing to do with those people. Apparently, and people are going around saying, and it's slander, by the way. It's slander, by the way. He's going around saying, I'm the leader of the Not My Doctor. I'm not no leader of nothing, right? All I am is a fan that's concerned about what's happening to the canon of this show and the direction of this show, and watching week by week as a little piece of that show is destroyed. Watching the ratings go down. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. And you're an absolute joke, Mr. Tardis Reviews. And Josh, I warned you once, don't be bleeding talking about me on Twitter. All right, if you've got anything to say to me, you say it to my face. All right, tweet me, tag me in the tweet if you're going to be slagging me off. Right, that's the problem with you idiots. Right, you will slag people off behind our back, but you just won't come and say it to their faces. And I wouldn't even mind. I wrote in the thread, if you've anything to say to me face, and he ignored me. He didn't block me now. I have to be honest. Most of them do block you. I mean, Mr. Tardis Reviews blocked me last year because, you know, we had a heated conversation with a couple of other people were involved in that conversation. And basically, you know, because he wasn't getting the better of the situation, he decided to bail and basically block us all. But he's a parasite, like the other one. Like the Time Ladies, they're all parasites, every single one of them. Every single one of them that talk out against genuine fans who are genuinely worried about the direction of the show. They should be ashamed of themselves. And look at them all. They're all in their mid to late 20s, they are. All in their mid to late 20s. What does that tell you? Even the TARDIS, the Time team is the same. BBC has completely gotten rid of there's no older fan in there, right, to strike the balance for us. Nothing. They have cleared everybody out and replaced them with all these mid-20 gobshites that used to be YouTubers, and BBC decided that it'd be a good opportunity to use them, right? They're not even, they're idiots. And I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if this gobshite and the other one actually loved off in 55, because that's how stupid they are. Stupid. It's what's happened here is, right, is that it's over. It's over. The fandom is fucked. It's done. It's done. Last week's episode just killed this fandom off completely, right? And it's a free-for-all out there. It's a free-for-all. And it doesn't matter whether you know, even if you say one little bad thing about the episode, look at it, go on to Twitter, you'll see it. Even the most mild manner, I didn't like Orphan 55. Everybody piles in on them. It's a free-for-all. Free-for-all. And why? Because I blame the other side. I blame the Not My Doctor side, because they have left us open to all this crap because of their behaviour. Right? And if anybody does use that hashtag, I would advise you, I'm not going to tell you not to, I can't tell you what to do, but I would advise you not to use that hashtag anymore, because I'll tell you why. Ever since I stopped using those two hashtags, do you know what? I have found my life a lot easier. Seriously, I have. Right? I don't use it. I use Save Doctor Who now. Hashtag Save Doctor Who. That's what I do. Right? I won't use that hashtag because of the stuff that comes with it. So yeah, these are the type of idiots. Now I could have sat here all night, witches, and went through hundreds of these type of tweets. But as I said, we would be here all night. And to be quite honest with you, you know, I'll be back in a couple of hours' time anyway. So yeah, the Not My Doctor hashtag is corrupt. It is, and we shouldn't be using it. But as I said, I can't tell you what to use and what not to use. That's up to you as individuals. But I would advise, for an easier life, you're still going to get some stick, but you won't get it as much. I wouldn't use that because it's associated with racists and sexists. So, and I mean, you look at his videos anyway, Max, and he kind of contradicts himself, because he's faulting it, but then he's praising it at the same time. He's just, look, I don't listen to these people, and they say we're not being true to ourselves. I'm being more true than those idiots, right? And I know I am, and I know Bolstrek is, and I know Gary is. They're very passionate guys. I talk to them behind the scenes. You will not believe how passionate they actually are, and how vast their knowledge is. I'm telling you. That people, just because they do their videos the way they do their videos, people think that's the way they act and stuff. Well, especially Bolstrek. Bolstrek acts nothing like his videos. You know? It's like some wear masks. Some, you know, some will put on voices. Others will have a certain way, have a structure to their streams. Mine, as you can see, I just wing every stream. So, I mean, yeah. Right, listen, guys, I have to go because I haven't had my dinner yet. Then I have to have a shower, and then I'll be back with you guys. And, yeah, and I have to watch my team try kick Manchester City's bum, but I don't think that's going to happen. But listen, guys, if any of you out there are being bullied by anybody, or if you see any of these sort of stuff going on, right, just put the hashtag, just annoy them. Just put the hashtag save Doctor Who. That's all you need to do now. And as for everybody that's having problems right now, look, I've had plenty on YouTube and I've had plenty on Twitter. People have even fallen out with me because of stuff that I've probably said or done. You know, it happens. But there's always a silver lining. Right, and there's one thing I will say about all this, right? This nightmare will have an ending. It's just whether Doctor Who is able to come back from this, and that's the big question. And a lot of people have said it's done. I tend to agree with them. I actually have a theory which I'll talk to you later on about. I know fans, most of you don't like theories, but I have one. What if we've already seen the new Doctor? What if, right, I'll just tell you now. What if Ruth is actually taken over after Series 13? Taken over Series 13. Hear me out. We all know that there's a special films, right? Now, I've always made the claim that I think that Jodie Whittaker will leave after the first episode. So, what if Ruth is actually going to take over? What if I don't know if Jodie Whittaker regenerate into her, but what if she actually takes her place? And that's how he does it. And she actually, Jodie regenerate. Well, that'd be stupid. She wouldn't regenerate. I don't know, because I don't think Jodie's the Doctor now. But that's all for another day. Listen, I'll talk to you at 10 o'clock, right? 2 hours from now. So we'll be back in 2 hours. And I'm sorry about Ted in the background. He's looking for his ball. I know. Right, listen, guys, I'll talk to you soon.
You have all been watching the official Tardis Zone. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more Doctor Who content.